We just got some fertilized eggs to incubate, and we're going to show you how we set it up. So we are using the Nurture Right 360, and we have it plugged in and set up. We're actually in my pantry, but we wanted to put this in my pantry because we can close the door and we can set a heater on to 75 degrees. The room that the eggs are in should not be below 70 degrees, but they can be anywhere between 70 and 80, so we're perfect here. So far, this has made setup very easy. All we had to do was plug it in, and you want to plug it in 4 to 5 hours before you put your eggs in. The settings are going to automatically set as soon as you plug it in for 21 days, which is the cycle for chicken eggs. And it's also going to set the temperature at 99.5 degrees Fahrenheit and a percent humidity, which ideally should be around 55%. That can be anywhere from 50 to 55%. You adjust the humidity by adding water into this little slot. And then the last few days before they hatch, you'll be adding additional water in here as well. You want to add warm water, and you don't want to fill it all the way, but just 2/3, and start with your little humidity opening here about halfway. Before you set your eggs inside the incubator, you want them to make sure they adjust to room temperature for 6 to 8 hours to prevent condensation once they go inside. So where we got our chickens from has a code for the type of chicken that it is. This is a Rhode Island Red. I'm also going to add the number 1 on there, and you'll see why. But we want to add it in with the pointy tip pointing inward. Next is putting the eggs in. You want to do this carefully and make sure that no eggs are cracked. Our eggs are in here, and we want them to be evenly spaced. So no matter how many you have, you want to make sure that they're evenly spaced in here. Okay, you really want to make sure that the latches are in position, so this goes on completely. We're going to let this take a minute to heat back up and get the humidity correct. Now we're loaded up, and we're going to test the egg turner. This is why we've numbered each of our eggs, so we can keep track and make sure that each one is rotating appropriately. We're going to press the plus and minus at the same time. And we're going to watch all of these to make sure that they're turning. This light here is the indicator light for the egg turner. So it's just going to turn once a day until day 18. It's going to stop turning. This is the egg turning indicator light. And when that's on, that means that this is turning once a day. And that's going to stop on day 18, which that light will turn off. On day 18, we're also going to be taking this out and filling up, making sure that's full with water. And then we're going to take out this rack so the chicks have more space to hatch. You can double check that your display days to hatch is correct by pressing the menu OK button once. 21 days. And you can enter the setting mode by pressing and holding it for 3 seconds. And it will show that it is at 99.5 degrees for the temperature. You can adjust it. These are the days. If you're doing a different type of bird, you can adjust the days. And that's it, y'all. Last but not least, you have the button on the bottom right to turn on the egg candler, so you can put the egg on there and see the development. You don't want to do this more than once every 6 hours and not in the last 3 days.